Hey, buddy, this is Kevin. I am here in Harris County for something really cool. I am here with the Muscogee Roller Girls, and as you might figure, it's a roller derby team, and they have a big game coming up this Saturday here in Harris County against Rocket City. Anyway, they're kind of at the tail end of practice, and I'm really looking forward to talking to some of the players. This is a really cool thing. We've got players obviously from Muscogee County, players from LaGrange, players from right here in Hamilton, and they're really getting after it. And it's a very challenging sport, as you can see. It's they're on the move pretty much constantly. A lot of contact, as you saw right there behind me. So it's really a fun sport. It's a challenging sport, and all these players really have a passion for it. They enjoy it. The camaraderie is really great, as you can see. They're playing hard, they're competing hard, but there's a lot of sportsmanship out there. They're really enjoying each other's company, so it's a really cool thing, and I appreciate them inviting me to come out here and check it out. I thought about putting the roller skates on myself, but I think the last time I did that was when I was in high school, which is a few years ago. But it's a really neat thing, and it's certainly something different, a little out of the ordinary. But it's really awesome, and like I said, they'll be playing this Saturday, and it's going to be a really exciting event, and we'll share the details of that. But once again, we're here with the Muskogee Roller Girls, a roller derby team, and I appreciate them inviting me out here to come and watch practice and talk to some of the players, and we'll have a lot more. Thanks, everybody. If you don't mind, just introduce yourself and just tell the folks what your position is.
My name is Morgan Nelson, but I go by Morgazmic on the team. My nickname is Morg.
Yeah.
I'm the interleague coordinator, so I
Yeah.
schedule the games
Okay.
and communicate with the away team about
Right.
who they're bringing and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right. You told me before we started filming, this league actually formed in 2012, which is pretty amazing. To see it all these years later, 13 years later, and it's growing. To see this participation, how awesome is that for you?
Oh, it's amazing. I've actually been around. I haven't skated since 2012, but
Okay.
my mom did.
Oh, yeah.
So she wasn't a founder, but she started in 2012 or
Right.
2013. So I've been around the league and I've watched
Okay.
it grow
Yeah.
since I was in high school.
Yeah. The really neat thing, I'm sure everybody comes from different backgrounds and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Just tell me yourself, how did you kind of become interested in the sport? Was it kind of your mom?
It was my mom.
Okay.
So I saw her out there doing it, and I just really wanted to get out there and do it.
Yeah.
And it took me 10 years, but
Wow.
I did it.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck. I'm
Yeah.
addicted.
Yeah, absolutely. Just watching you guys practice, I can really see the camaraderie this team has and how close everybody seems to be.
Yeah.
That must make it that much more fun when you're around a group that really means a lot to you.
Oh yes. It's a great support system
Yeah.
that we have here. I mean, no matter what happens in our in our regular lives,
Right.
we have
Yeah.
this support system.
Right, absolutely. I'm sure the other teams, everybody gets along, but at the same time, when the games are on, it gets competitive, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. We'll knock each other down, but then we'll pick each other back up and hug each other
Yeah.
in the game too.
Yeah, and contact's a part of the sport, right? It's not a non-contact sport, is it?
It's 100% contact.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall on the ground. You're gonna get back up, and you're gonna do it
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah. How much fun is it? Just watching you guys practice, I could tell how much fun y'all are having. Just to be a part of the sport, it must really mean a lot to you.
Oh, it does. Derby is my outlet, and I use it to get away from mom life
Right.
and
Yeah.
home life
Yeah.
and just everything, and it gets me out of
Right.
out of my comfort zone and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Tell me about this Saturday. You have a big game coming up.
Yes, we play Rocket City Roller Derby from Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the doors open at 4, but the
Yeah.
game starts at 5.
Okay, absolutely. I'm sure folks who maybe haven't come to a game before, come on out, right? And I'm sure they'll really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Last game,
Yeah.
it was so close. We won the last jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole crowd like got up and started
Yeah.
screaming. It was great.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. You mentioned being a mom. I think you got a little one kind of hiding behind you there. So that's it's all. It's nice to be able to bring her here, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that she watches me get out and
Yeah.
actually play a sport
Yeah.
and be active all the
Yeah.
time.
Real quick, tell me how many teams are in the league?
There's a bunch.
There are, okay, there's quite a few.
Quite a
Gotcha.
few.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Derby is really popular.
Oh, yeah, and you mentioned obviously you guys are based here locally, and you teams from Alabama. So it seems like it's a pretty big geographical range for
Oh
these
yeah.
teams.
So last month we
Yeah.
played Macon,
Oh
Georgia.
wow. Yeah.
We play, like I said, we played Huntsville. Our first
Yeah.
game was, oh, I'm drawing a blank,
Yeah.
but Tennessee.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so they're all over.
And that's kind of fun when you get to talk to players and interact with players from different parts of the state and even different states. That's kind of fun, isn't
Oh
it?
yes, you meet a whole bunch of people,
Right.
and they become your family.
Right. And everybody has that one common passion, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing
Thank
your time with
you.
me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Sara Ann Hudson. I'm Scary Ann. I'm from LaGrange, Georgia.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love the nicknames. How did you kind of come up with yours?
So my husband, I'm
Oh, he gave that to you.
he kind of always called me that.
Yeah.
So when it came to having a roller derby name, it was
Yeah.
like that was kind of the
Yeah.
obvious choice. And
Yeah.
I do like Raggedy Ann, so there's a little play
Okay.
on that too. So.
Okay. But this is really cool. I love coming out here watching practice. You can really see the camaraderie, the chemistry you guys have. To be on a team that's this close and to be around people that you really enjoy spending time with, that really helps, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a community. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's as cheesy as it
Yeah.
sounds. It's a community. We've got
Right.
husbands and wives that are out here. The kids come, but we're all a team. We're all community. We all work together to make
Yeah.
this happen. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure everybody kind of had their own path to the sport.
Absolutely.
Just kind of tell me how you ended up in this.
So I had decided 13 years ago that I was going to be a roller derby girl.
Really? Okay.
And I happened to look on Facebook one day, and it happened to show up that there was a boot camp coming up 12
Nice.
years later, and I was like, I think it's time for me to do roller derby. So
Yeah.
I started last January.
Yeah.
And have been doing it since. I broke my leg in September.
Oh, no. My gosh.
And actually at practice,
Yeah.
and then recovered, had surgery, and started back again in January, and I played my first bout in March.
Oh my goodness. When it happens, you know, yeah, this is pretty serious.
Yeah, it definitely was, because I've never broken a bone
No,
before.
yeah.
I've played soccer all my life, pretty
Yeah.
much, and played football, and so
Right.
this
Yeah.
was just kind of right up my alley. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got a cool story behind
Yeah.
this broken bone.
Yeah. You did, well, I'm sure when you got back out playing that first game after the injury, that had to be pretty nice.
It was,
Yeah.
it definitely was, because
Yeah.
I hadn't played I wasn't bout eligible before
Okay,
that.
right.
So playing in my first game
Right.
after having that recovery,
right.
it was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome.
Right. It is a sport. There's a lot of different skills involved, and it's also a contact sport. I mean,
Absolutely.
nobody's trying to hurt each other, obviously,
right.
but there is contact involved, right?
There is, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of rules behind it to keep
Right.
everybody safe. So
Sure.
you've got hard hits,
Right.
but legal hits.
Right.
And then we have our officials calling it to let us know when it's not
Right.
when it's not legal.
Right, absolutely. When you knock somebody out of bounds, you're probably the first one to go over and help them up. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. It just looks like a lot of fun.
It is.
You mentioned you have a sporting background.
Yes.
Did that really help you when it came time to try this sport?
Absolutely, yeah. Just the competition and having again that team
Yeah.
mentality and leaning on each other as a team and also having to work individually to make the
Right.
team better.
Right.
So it definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, I was kind of joking with you. I think the last time I put a pair of skates on, I was in high school. So just that part of it, were you pretty familiar with the skating part of it?
Only when I had to go to Red's Roller Drum for kids' skating parties, and I was
Gotcha.
the mom that was like, well, I
Right.
might as well put some skates
Yeah,
on. So
yeah.
just skating parties and all that, never did it competitively, never got
Yeah.
the speed skates and like we have now. So
Yeah.
definitely wasn't something that was on my radar.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the family. I'm sure during games, they're out here supporting you. How nice is that?
It's awesome. It's awesome. In fact, my mom is coming down for this next
nice.
game on
Yeah.
Saturday from Marietta.
Okay.
She's already bought her VIP tickets.
Yeah.
I'll have my husband and my two daughters here,
Yeah.
and then definitely a lot of friends that are coming for this last bout.
Absolutely. Obviously, you're from LaGrange. There are a handful of other team members from LaGrange, some from obviously here in Harris County, Columbus, I'm sure. So it's really a pretty wide area, isn't it?
Absolutely. From Phoenix City, Opelika. We used to have somebody that was coming from like Noonan area.
Okay. Yeah.
So definitely a lot of people drive, hour ish
Yeah.
sometimes to come to our practices. We have
Yeah.
practices twice a week
Okay.
before
Yeah.
we have our games. So
Right. Saturday's going to be a lot of fun. Sounds like that's going to be a really big day. I think the game starts at 5,
Yes.
and I think people can start coming in at 4, I believe. So
Yes.
I'm sure you're hoping to see a big crowd in here Saturday, right?
Yes, absolutely. With our very last game of the season, our last
Yeah.
home game,
Right.
we have another away game in
Okay.
October, but
Yeah.
this is our last home game, so we're hoping to
Yeah.
pack it out.
Yeah. Well, this can be awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and joining us in a fun day.
Absolutely happy to do it.
He's gonna shoot me so hard I'm gonna fall on my face. Okay. Oh.